Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations. In today's video, we're going to be jumping back into some Cookie Run Kingdom, and we are officially back with 5 more tips that you absolutely need to know. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, so the very first tip we're going to be covering in today's video, that's going to be talking about gold and how do you get gold. For whatever reason, I see a ton of new players loading into Cookie Run Kingdom, and they are always asking me, Kodeations, how do you get so much gold? On your free-to-play account, you've already got 4.6 million gold. What in the heck is the secret, man? I am currently hurting on gold. 100%, this is going to be the best way to grind out gold in this game, and that's going to bring us to the Tree of Wishes, man. Not only at a low-level account do you have the ability to pretty much max out every single one of these 3 chests every single day, because if you don't know, you can grind out all 3 of these individual chests. I believe the first one is once you do 10 wishes, the next one is 15 wishes, and then I think it goes up to 20 wishes, but nevertheless, getting all 3 of these done, especially as a early level account, is super easy to do. It should take you no time at all to grind these things out. Not only that, the individual wishes, especially at a low level account that the items ask for, are really low level quality items, and a lot of these items, if you're actively playing the game, you should already have an abundance of these items built up, and it's just literally easy peasy to grind out gold in this game utilizing the Tree of Wishes. So absolutely do not sleep on doing the Tree of Wishes, man. I cannot stress that enough. That's exactly how I've got 4.6 million on my Code Mini account, and I've literally not really struggled whatsoever to get gold. And if I do just need a little bit of gold, I go in the Tree of Wishes once again, even after completing the daily chest, and then continue to grind out those wishes, because like I said, it's the best way to get gold in this game. Now, diving into the second tip we've got for you guys today, and that's going to be talking about land expansions and conserving resources. I can't tell you how many times I see new players loading into the game, and then they just obviously, I don't know if their eyeballs get too big or what, but they see that they can click on all these land expansions, they get into here, and they're like, oh, I need is 6 shovels? All right, I got it. I'm gonna make 6 shovels, and I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna spin the Aurora bricks and the compasses, and then I'm gonna unlock this land expansion. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, that is a massive mistake, my friend. In my opinion, I definitely think that land expansion has a place in the game, and you should be leveling up and doing your land expansions, but only when you need the space. As you can see here on my current account, we're level 36. We're 100% free to play. I literally do not need any more room than what's already available to me. Quite honestly, I've got more room than I currently need available, and that's going to be the most efficient way to play the game. Because couple of different reasons here. The first reason, land expansions, no matter which land expansion it is, the value or the cost does not increase with your level. So don't think that you need to expand early on because the cost is going to be, higher later on. No, as your account levels up, this one here, for instance, is still going to cost me 4 shovels and 1 Aurora compass. It never changes. What does change, or what does cost more, is the more expansions you do, and the further you go out into all of these other, areas, that's going to be when the land expansions cost more. It does not matter what level your account is or how far you progress in the game. Whatever the land expansion cost at the beginning, it will still cost at the end. So, with that being said, it's definitely not going to be worth utilizing those resources right now for my account, for instance. So to give you guys an example, something like this one here is going to cost us 6 shovels, 2 of those Aurora bricks, and 2 of those Aurora compasses. Those Aurora pieces are absolutely sacred specialty items in the game, and I'm going to tell you right now, especially mid-game, you are going to hit a wall where you potentially will not have enough Aurora pieces to max level your cookie houses, to max level or upgrade a production building for an item that you specifically need, basically just a handful of things, and you're going to need those Aurora pieces, and so making sure that you are efficiently using them is going to be just tenfold and going to help you out in the long run, and that starts with land expansions. Do not get in here and just expand land because you've got the items. Definitely conserve the items, only expand land when you absolutely need it. Now, the second part when it comes to land expansion and, conserving resources is going to be, well, Kodeations, why did you expand land oddly into weird directions? First one up is going to be obviously something like the Tropical Soda Islands. The Tropical Soda Islands, if you don't know, the only way that you can unlock them, even if your account is maxed out in the game, is going to be unlocking and expanding to this specific square right here off of the stairs, okay? So this piece of land here that we've already cleared, in order to unlock the Tropical Soda Islands, that piece of land has to be cleared. Your cookies basically have to have a direction to be able to get onto the stairs or the dock, whatever you want to call it. Same thing goes down here for your trading port. This one is the bare bones trading port, but even if you have the harbor, it doesn't matter. This piece of land here on the corner, basically, once again, leading to this dock, has to be cleared off. And then last but not least, same thing goes for something like the laboratory, which our account currently is not at that level, but once we get there, we already have the land here cleared to this pathway here for the gnomes to go up and down, basically to build that laboratory. And this is going to be why it's absolutely crucial. You want to make sure that you have those little lanes cleared out at least as early as possible, because once you have those cleared, when your account gets to that available level for you to unlock those additional types of content, the trading port, the tropical soda islands, the laboratory, you don't want to have to go back and continue to wait and expand land. Then you might as well go ahead and do it earlier on, so then that way it's ready and prepared. But outside of that, you really shouldn't be spending too many resources, in my opinion, expanding land unless you absolutely need the space. Now, officially jumping in here to the third tip we've got for you guys today, and that's going to bring us to the landmark section of the game. I see a lot of players asking over and over again, Kodeations, which landmark is going to be worth investing in, and should I buy this landmark, and which landmark should I buy first, and that sort of thing. Well, right now, I'm going to tell you at least the top 3 landmarks that every single player in the game needs to be buying, and that starts on day 1 in the game. Very first one, TikTok Clock Tower. It's going to cost you some gold, but it's absolutely worth it. For basically costing you gold, it's going to reduce the amount of time it takes to produce materials and goods through all of your buildings. And by leveling this bad boy up, you're going to absolutely reap the benefits from having those faster cooldown times when it takes to craft items, because instead of you spending more time crafting and waiting on items, you're going to be playing the game. So absolutely pick this one up. The second landmark that I would advise everybody to pick up, and that's going to bring us to the Dreaming Jelly Lion statue. This one here is absolutely huge. It's going to be buffing all of your cookies' attack by a base 5% just at level 1. So as you continue to level up this overall landmark, it will then continue to increase your attack percentage on all of your cookies. So absolutely huge. This can absolutely allow you to progress further in the story mode just by having this landmark, and just by leveling up this landmark. This can absolutely do you ton of justice. Even if your cookies are lower level and you're utilizing like rares and commons, and maybe you don't have that best epic damage dealer, definitely pick up the lion statue. It will give you that attack percent additionally that you need. And then last but not least, we've got, and that's going to bring us to the Dark Lord's Castle. Now, this one does cost a whopping 5,000 crystals, but in my opinion, it's absolutely going to be worth the investment, man. 5,000 crystals to give you a base value of additional 5% damage resistance, which especially in like the overall Kingdom Arena is going to be huge. But not only that, damage resistance in this game trumps over plain defense. So you absolutely want to be making sure you're picking up this one, because there might be some stages where you might end up dying from some of the enemies or the bosses, and this is going to absolutely increase your survivability just by giving you basically a 5% bonus on base value. And then obviously as you level it up, it's going to increase more of your damage resistance on your cookies. So absolutely worth the 5,000. Keep in mind, you cannot unlock this one right away. I can't remember what chapter it is or what episode or what level your account has to be in order for you to buy it. But as you can see here, my Code Mini account is level 36. I have the ability to buy it right now with 5,000 crystals. You absolutely should be picking this one up. And that's pretty much what you're going to need to know about the landmarks in the game. Like I said, all of the rest of them are going to be very good. I would just suggest picking up those 3 very first as soon as you possibly can, and then the rest of them just kind of mix and match and, you know, feel out whatever you feel is best at your current account level. But like I said, I did do a tier list guide all talking about which landmarks to buy and which ones are worth more and that sort of thing, and which ones are going to be absolute last investments for every player. So definitely go check that out if you haven't done so already. Now, diving into the 4th tip and mistake that I see a lot of players make in the game, and that's going to bring us to the individual topping section. Right off the bat, if you guys didn't see it already, go check it out. I did a video literally yesterday or the day before covering 830 and how I beat 830 utilizing nothing but rares and common cookies. And not only that, to take us a step further, look at these toppings on my cookies. It's absolutely insane. I literally only have 3 commons and 2 rares on my main and only healer on my team as Custard. And with that being said, I literally have 0 upgrades on any of these toppings. And in my opinion, I think that's how it should be. This just shows you that it is not going to be worth, in my opinion, leveling up common toppings and rare toppings, because not only when you come in here to do an upgrade is it going to cost you gold, and that gold amount increases every single time you do an upgrade, it's also going to cost you what they call topping pieces. And these topping pieces, I'm going to tell you guys right now, are going to be huge, a huge investment later on in mid game and late game. You're going to be running low on these topping pieces because you're going to spend less time grinding out stages in the world exploration, grinding out, some toppings that you can then just break down. And with that being said, you're going to be hurting on some topping pieces. So definitely it is a massive mistake that I see a lot of players do. They get in here, they're leveling up commons and rare toppings thinking that that's what they need in order to progress, and that's not the case. Instead, what I would advise you guys to do is I would advise you guys to actually focus in on building a specific set, utilizing whatever toppings you have available. Whether it's going to be rare or common, it's not going to make a difference. At the end of the day, what you're looking to get is to achieve those set bonuses. You can see from only having, 2 items here or 3 items here, we're going to be getting a bonus stat of 3%. And then you can also see that we're getting an additional 5% stat bonus from completing the entire 5-piece set. So it's absolutely going to be worth equipping toppings. But it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you level up those commons and rares. Instead, what I would advise you guys to do is wait until you get to episode 6. Once you get to episode 6, that's when you officially unlock rare toppings in the game, and that's going to be where you're going to unlock, things like your Swift chocolates, your searing raspberries as rare, and all of those, in my opinion, are going to be worth the investment, and that's where you should spend your time leveling up in your resources, leveling up those toppings, because not only are the base stats going to be better, but they're also going to give you additional substats, and they're going to give you substats that are going to make a massive, massive difference. So 100% do not be leveling up your commons and rare toppings. It is not worth it. You can literally go through the entire game at least past 8:30 like I have done with not investing any level ups in any other toppings besides the epic ones. So just in my opinion, build a set, whatever set you're going to run on your team. If you're not sure what set to run, when in doubt, run searing raspberries just to give you the additional attack to help you get the additional progression. Once you get to episode 6, then that is when you need to farm out the specific stages for whatever toppings you are running over and over and over and over and over again until you do get those full set of epic ones. So then you can then invest your time and resources and your topping pieces and gold into leveling up those. Now, officially diving in here to the 5th and final tip we've got for you guys today, and that's going to be bringing and showing you guys on how you can get both of the ancient cookies for free approximately every 20 days. And then not only that, how can you get yourself a free copy of Sea Fairy, the only legendary currently in the game. Now, again, this is going to be something that's going to take days for you in order to grind out, but it can absolutely be achieved, all right? So the very first one is going to bring us to the metal shop. We're going to go ahead to the Kingdom Arena. Down here in the metal shop, one of the last updates that they just dropped in the game, they have completely reworked the metal shop, all right? So how exactly this works now is in this left slot is always going to be an ancient soulstone. It's going to be Hollyberry today, tomorrow after it resets, as you can see here on this timer. Once it officially resets, then where it's going to be pure vanilla. Then after it officially resets, it's going to go back to Hollyberry. Guess what that means? That means you guys, as free-to-play players in my secondary account, we can grind out both of the ancient cookies. It's just going to take days. That's it. That's it. It's not going to cost you anything else besides 600 of the metals to buy the soul stone, which, by the way, is super easy to get. This is literally my free-to-play account. I literally rarely ever play this account, and I literally already have 2,600 of those metals. I could easily get in here, buy this one. Now, I'm not going to because me personally, I'm not utilizing epics or above cookies on this account. This is strictly a rares and commons account for me, but for you guys, this is an easy way to get free ancient cookies in the game, man. You grind them out through the metal shop. Really easy to do. Like I said, get in here, do some PvP every now and then to grind them out. Already in the next up, we're going to be taking a look, and that's going to be Sea Fairy here. If you guys don't already know, in the Trading Harbor, once you officially get the upgrade, over here in the bottom left-hand side, you've got the Rainbow Shell Gallery, and this is going to be where you can buy these Sea Fairy Soul Stones. Now, the Sea Fairy Soul Stones are going to cost you 2,000 of these Rainbow Pearls. You get those Rainbow Pearls from just obviously maxing out your cargo ship every single day as much as you possibly can to accumulate those points. but nevertheless, you can buy one of these soul stones every 3 days, and they're going to be worth 2,000 of those rainbow pearls. So absolutely get in here and take advantage of this free copy of Seafaring. It's going to take you some grinding, but you can absolutely do it even as a free-to-play account. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be 5 tips that you absolutely need to know right now to play the game as efficiently as possible. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any additional questions. I'll be happy to help. Don't forget to join the Discord. The link's provided down below in the description. We've got over 2,000 people in there that'd be more than willing to help you out and answer any questions that you might have. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video, and I will see you guys in the next one.